A Tommy Pham reunion. Maybe that'll happen. Kevin Acee was on San Diego Sports 760, was talking with Marty Caswell. Darren Smith is on vacation, so Marty Caswell was doing the interviewing. I will post the link to this interview, by the way, on social media once that is out on their podcast platform. But Kevin Acee came on and he was talking about Tommy Pham, and he was saying how AJ Preller likes Tommy Pham, and Tommy Pham. I don't want to quote Kevin, but I know that he either said, I know that Tommy Pham would like to come back to the Padres, or Tommy Pham would love to come back to the Padres. So I don't want to say he said love. That's why in my tweet I said that Tommy Pham would like to come back to the Padres, according to Kevin. Because I don't want to say love, because if I say love, because I don't remember the exact words, but when Kevin said that, that immediately, because I was kind of half listening, that immediately got my attention. So a potential Tommy Pham reunion. I'm not surprised that Tommy Pham would like to come back to the Padres, especially with Mike Schilt as the manager. Seems like they have a good relationship. Mike Schilt used to be Tommy's manager in the minor leagues and when Tommy was at the big league level with the St. Louis Cardinals. So Tommy knows that Mike knows what he is talking about. And Tommy Pham, at least from what I know, he likes AJ Preller. And it seems like he was liked in the Padres clubhouse. The problem with Tommy Pham in San Diego isn't him being like a bad thing in the clubhouse. I think he's liked in the clubhouse. I think that teammates like that he cares a lot about winning baseball games. And he is someone that if you give him a day off in spring training, he's going to work harder that day. I think I remember someone in the Padres organization, whether that was Jace Tingler, it might have been Jace, that he didn't want to give Tommy Pham a day off in spring training because he knew he was going to go in the batting cages and swing all day. So he would play Tommy Pham so that he wouldn't be doing that during the game, during that time. So would I like Tommy Pham back? Yeah, I would like Tommy Pham back. I know he's not a left-handed hitter, and that's one of the negatives, I guess. But one of the problems last year for this Padres team was what? Urgency. And Tommy Pham is urgency. Like there's no way that I think the Padres are going to be able to just, do what they did last year and not have urgency right out of the gate. And I don't know what his relationship was like with Peter Seidler, with Ron Fowler, with higher ups in the Padres organization other than AJ Preller. But I would assume part of him coming back might be, hey, we didn't win a World Series when I was with the Padres. I want to go do that with the Padres. And I need to bring up the Padre fan thing, obviously. We know that there's some things out there. Some Padres fans have said some things about Tommy Pham, and he has had some confrontations with Padres fans that have been captured on video. But I hope that Tommy recognizes that is not the majority of the fan base. I think the majority of the fan base would like to have Tommy Pham come back. I know Tommy probably didn't live up to the expectation, right? We think of the Tommy Pham trade more for Jake Cronenworth than we do for Tommy Pham. And I think that Tommy knows that he didn't perform up to the level that he wanted. Now, some things happened, obviously, off the field that limited that, right? But in terms of work ethic, someone that cares a lot about winning baseball games is like a no-nonsense guy. I think that would be a great fit in the Padres clubhouse. I would love to have Tommy Pham come back. Now, how much money would that cost? Tommy last year, he had a good postseason, obviously, with the Diamondbacks. They go to the World Series. In the regular season, had a 774 OPS, 111 OPS plus, 16 bombs, 1.5 baseball reference WAR. So that's an impactful bat. And we know that Tommy Pham would slot in as the left fielder if he was signed to the Padres right now. Spot Track, the market value there is a little over $8.3 million. Are the Padres going to do that? It feels like Tommy would be worth a little bit more coming off of that postseason from last year. So I'm not 100% sure that he would only cost $8 million. If it is $8 million and Tommy's willing to do that and come on back on a 1-year deal, you get that done if you're the Padres. I don't care that Tommy is not a left-handed hitter. Try to get a lefty elsewhere, maybe in a trade. There's guys out there that you can bring in that are left-handed bats. But like Tommy is one of those where I don't have to worry about his work ethic. I don't have to worry about his quotes post game about him quitting, and just giving up when they get down in games. I don't have to worry about that. And so, yeah, I think a lot of Padres fans. I mean, right when I sent that out on social media, there were a lot of Padres fans that were like, "Yeah, bring this guy back. Yay, let's go." I think Padres fans like Tommy Pham's mentality, and I think we need that in this Padres clubhouse. I'm not saying that it's not there in the Padres clubhouse, but clearly there were issues last year, and I think Tommy could help there not be as many issues in the 2024 season inside that clubhouse if he were to be a Padre. I think you combine that with the loss of Peter Seidler, guys being pissed off that they missed the postseason and being embarrassed last season, which they should have been embarrassed like during the year and tried to turn that around. I'm not saying they didn't try to turn it around, but it was obviously too late and there wasn't enough urgency at the beginning of the year. But yeah, Mike Schilt being the manager, I love that hire. If you bring Tommy Pham in with that, I mean, I like that. I like that combo. As long as he doesn't cost like over $10 million, I think that the Padres got to seriously think about bringing Tommy Pham in. This is a guy that could hit. I mean, where would he hit in the lineup? Would he be hitting second? Would you go Tatis lead off? I know Kim's still on the team and he can hit lead off. Would Tommy Pham go more like hitting fifth, hitting sixth? I don't know where he would hit. It's obviously a right heavy lineup, especially if Tommy Pham comes to the Padres, and there's going to be interest. It's not just the Padres that are going to be interested in Tommy Pham because we saw how Tommy did in the postseason and the positive influence. Even the Mets, like Francisco Lindor, was talking about how he was reminded of how he needs to go about his business, something to that effect, because of Tommy Pham's influence on him. So even on those losing teams like the Mets last year, he's influential. With the D-backs, Torey Lovullo loved having Tommy Pham there with the D-backs. And like you could tell, I don't want to say it was a switch for the D-backs, but it was definitely a positive influence having Tommy Pham in that clubhouse there for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And again, that work ethic, that's the thing that immediately sticks out with Tommy Pham. And I would love to have Tommy Pham back at the right price, as I'm feel like I'm pretty much saying with a lot of free agents that I like, at the right price, because we know the Padres have a budget. I gave my reaction to the most recent reported signing for the Padres, Wandy Peralta, on a 4-year contract. Could be 1 year because there's 3 opt-outs. You can check that reaction out on this YouTube channel. I did that earlier this morning. And sorry, in that video, I know I said the Padres need a right fielder. They have a pretty good right fielder right now named Fernando Tatis Jr. I meant to say left fielder, and Tommy Pham would slot in as that left fielder. Maybe if they only bring in Tommy Pham, that maybe that's their, let's say they bring in Tommy Pham and that's their only outfield addition, right? Like major league vet outfield addition. They have a Zokar, Marcy, center field, Tatis, and right. They bring back Profar. I'm not counting that as like major league outfield addition because I don't want him starting every day in the outfield, but bring him in, utility guy, bench guy, not a lot of money. I don't think that's the worst combination in the world, to be honest. I mean, I guess it depends on who else do you bring in the rotation. What's that first base DH bat? But yeah, no nonsense. He's played under Mike Schilt, knows what he is about. And I think if he comes, he definitely is going to want to win for San Diego. And again, I don't know what his relationship was like with the Seidler family or anything like that. But if I think he had a good relationship with guys in that organization. It seems like he's loved. And if he's not loved by teammates, I think at least teammates appreciate who he is and how he is real, and he's not afraid to tell it how it is. And I think the Padres could use another guy like that.